Hydradermabrasion, hydrofacial. First of all, you'll need to select your 3 bottles of solution. Bottle 1 is usually blue and for deep cleansing. Bottle 2 is usually to help congestion. And bottle 3 is a serum to induce active ingredients. You'll dilute 30 ml bottle into the selected correct bottle, and then you'll dilute it with 370 ml of deionized water to make a 400 ml solution. 400 ml solution will be in each of the separate bottles. Select your skin scraper and you can select the intensity. Usually we go for a 5 with the intensity, and then your mode will be a wave rather than a block mode. We then have our cavitation, which is our ultrasonic cavitation. You can use your intensity at about between 5 to 10, depending upon your client's sensitivity. Again, the mode is going to be a wave mode rather than a block mode. This means that the waves come up and the intensity comes up gradually rather than a sudden jolt. We then have our radio frequency. You can go right up to a 10 with the intensity. This is a bipolar. It has 2 prongs, so the current goes in between the 2 prongs. Again, a wave mode rather than a block mode. We then have our skin sprayer. This is where we can pop in active ingredients such as serums or even deionized water to hydrate the skin, and what it does is it breaks the serums down into nanoparticles which can penetrate the top layers of the epidermis. Then have our cold hammer, which we can use for cryotherapy, and then we have our hydrodermabrasion. Our hydrodermabrasion is controlled by the 3 dials on the machine. They have detachable heads on the hydrodermabrasion wand, which can be easily sanitized with barbicide or Milton. We will select the bottle we're going to use with the middle dial, whether it's bottle D, A, B or C. Then we have our water. We can change that to minimum or maximum to come through the machine. And then right at the end we have our air button, which we can select whether minimum or maximum. When using the hydrodermabrasion, you want to get your water and air at the same level, so we have the same level of water and air coming through the machine. At the back we have our waste bottle for any waste liquids that have come through the machine, and then we have our bottle D at the back, which has our deionized water. They're twist on and twist off, and you can use bottle D1 to flow through the machine to clean it, or you can use it as a pre-prep hydrodermabrasion pre-cleanse on the skin. First, we're going to use our skin scraper. You always need to use a medium for our skin scraper. We advise using the Derma Synergy balm, as it allows the scraper to move over the skin really easily, whilst also having cleansing properties. It brings up dirt and oils to the surface of the skin, whilst also having healing properties, where we can push those healing properties into the skin with our iontophoresis if need be. Our skin scraper should always be used without a degloved hand, so no gloves, because we need to make sure that we can get a circuit, and if you have a gloved hand, the machine isn't going to make a circuit and it's not going to work. Make sure that your hand is dry, and make sure that your hand is touching both the 2 metal sides on the electrode. The machine will have a buzzing sound, so do pre-warn your clients of this sound. And what this is going to do is it uses a wave mode to decongest and bring any skin cells, clogged pores, dirt and oil to the surface of the skin to be easily scraped away by the machine. As you can see, my hand isn't gloved because I'm making that circuit. I'm completely touching the two metal sides of the electrode so I can ensure that circuit once more. Coming round and moving your skin scraper in the direction of the lymphatic flow. The skin may look a little bit red after application, but that's completely normal. You can focus on congested areas such as the chin or the nose to really lift any dirt or oils out of these areas. Make sure you're wiping off your skin scraper also, just so you don't get a build-up of dirt, oils or balm. The tip of the skin scraper is always used to lift product, lift oils, lift dirt, whereas if you were using it flat on the skin, it has an iontophoresis effect. Cleanse off any excess balm after the treatment, and then you can move on to your hydrodermabrasion. Test the machine and test that water is coming through by blocking the end with your gloved hand. And then make sure that you are stretching the skin and that you have a cotton pad in the other hand to pick up any drips which can occur with the hydrodermabrasion. Make sure that you can easily get and take away that suction after you've finished the line upwards towards the lymphatic flow. If you can't, you may need to pop your finger underneath slightly, because what we don't want to do is pull the suction away from the skin, especially on a more mature client that might have more sagging with their skin. Following the direction of the lymphatic flow, coming upwards and outwards. And we are starting off here with a bottle A. So this is our deep cleansing liquid. So obviously the dilution is 30 ml of our deep cleansing solution with 370 ml of our deionized water, which is making a 400 ml concentrate. make sure you're slightly overlapping the areas that you're moving up towards. And you will do one round or one pass of bottle A on the skin. You can really focus on congested areas such as possibly the chin or the nose, really trying to get and dislodge any blackhead, dirt, oil from the skin. So with this, you can do a little rubbing motion over the nose. Just be careful not to be too rough and cause discomfort to your client. But obviously this is one of the areas where you can get more congestion, so more work might be needed on this area. We're going to change our machine setting to the bottle B, so number 2. And this bottle is for more skin which could be congested, acneic, breakouts. So if you do have a client that's more mature, that doesn't really have congestion or breakouts, you can skip this step and just go straight onto bottle number 3 or bottle C. But this has a slightly acidic content within it, as it holds salicylic and mandelic acid, to really break down any highly keratinized areas. Again, same process, going over the skin with one pass, using your cotton pad to get any drips and moving your Hydrodermabrasion head up towards and going in the lymphatic flow. Make sure that you are really focusing on areas with this solution so we can really dislodge any blocked pores or oils, etc. off of the skin. And then we're going to go in with our bottle number 3 or our bottle C. So this is going to be an infusion of serum, this is going to be an infusion of vitamin C, popping in additives into the skin, and like my serum, it's more like my serum and my moisturising aspect of the Hydrodermabrasion. Again, we are going to be mopping up any drips with my cotton pad, going up towards our lymphatic flow, and we're carrying out one pass on the skin. So altogether, in total, we'll be doing 3 passes of our Hydrodermabrasion. Next, we're going to use our ultrasonic cavitation. We need to pop on and make sure that we are applying an ultrasound gel to make sure that we have our connection. So we know that the current is going through into the skin. We can put additives into the ultrasound gel, such as serums, etc., if you wish. We're going to go over the skin, coming up towards the lymphatic flow, and you can do this repeatedly for 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously, you can do it for as long as you require. Make sure that you, if your jelly becomes dry, pop a little bit more on the skin, and then we're going to go in with our radio frequency, which warms our tissues, increases collagen and elastin within the skin. And again, you need your ultrasound gel as a conductor to make that connection through into the skin. And you have 2 prongs, which is our bipolar, so the current is going between the prongs, and we're just going to come up following the lymphatic flow, and you can do this for about 10 minutes on your client's skin. Your cavitation and your radio frequency are great for clients which could have aging skin, or worried about the signs of aging, who find lines, wrinkles, pigmentation, sagging skin. It can close the pores, so they have lots and lots of benefits. cleanse off any excess ultrasonic gel, and then you can go into using your spray gun. So you can pop in either your deionized water for hydration, or you can pop in a serum, and you are going to go through and pop your serum or water into the top spout, and then you can use it over the skin. So what it's doing is it's turning that serum or deionized water into nanoparticles, which can penetrate the skin more easily. The tip isn't touching the skin, it's very close to the skin, but you're allowing that spray to work and that misting of the particles. Massage in any excess serums.